So one of the interesting things about NFV is that it's going to be a very long-term evolution for service provider infrastructure, business operations, and financial models. We think that we'll also see a big change in the way the vendor community interacts with each other and with their customers, the service providers. So our NFV report, which we just published recently, includes a number of sections that highlights what we expect to happen in the service provider markets, the vendor community, and we've made some projections as to the possible financial effects on the vendor revenue streams. We've also looked at a number of different variables and tried to identify key metrics that will be needed to watch as the NFV evolves over time. To date, we haven't had any actual revenue reported. We believe that there has been some small amount starting in 2013, but those are effectively trial-type implementations where they have probably some very minimal revenue. We really don't expect this market to be a significant revenue driver for a number of years. We anticipate a lot of trial activity, a lot of proofs of concepts being done by the service providers, working very closely with the vendor community. So from a financial perspective, it will probably be close to 5 years before we could say that there's going to be a material effect on equipment markets. We've identified 3 major areas where there's going to be likely effect from NFV. First would be in the evolved packet core for mobile operators. Another area there is in IMS or voice related technologies, again with mainly for mobile operators. And then the last area that we've identified would be in the IP routing or Ethernet based technologies, routing and switching, where there are a number of applications running today on those platforms that potentially could be evolved to NFV. At this point, we are not forecasting or tracking any vendor activity. However, one of the things we've done in our report is to identify not only the existing vendors who are currently in the marketplace, but also the new class of vendors that will likely enter from the IT world, the data center infrastructure world, as well as some of the software and operations and business management systems that the service providers use. So we're expecting that the vendor community involved with NFV is going to broaden significantly.